Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the CSTV. I'm your host, Kathleen Egal, so Madam CS, and this is The Strike. Stay tuned and have a true entry. A very, very Merry Christmas to all of you and happy festivities. In The Striker today, actually, we are looking at the meeting between Moussa Faki, the current AUC chairman, that is the African Union Commission chairman, the current one, and President William Samoei Ruto, the most educated president in Africa, that happened in Kenya, somewhere in Gregoris. This meeting, actually, it is President Ruto who tweeted about it. And they told us that how it was great, actually, to meet Faki Moussa, the current AU chairmanship. They were able to talk about the AU reforms, but they were also able to talk about the AU chairmanship, a position that actually our own Baba, that is President, the Prime Minister, Raila Odinga, is competing for. Now, this meeting, from where I stand, it was not just an ordinary meeting. I don't think that Faki could come all the way from Chadi to Kenya, actually, to just discuss African Union reforms with Ruto in Kilgoris. You understand? The meeting comes at a very, very timely period. It is very strategic. And I'm going to discuss this meeting, actually, in relation to Bapa's AU chairmanship race. You understand? So we're going to look at what does this meeting communicate about Bapa's AU race chairmanship. Remember when we did the video here, and I did tell you that Papa performed extremely well. Now, before we dive into this story, if you are new to this channel, welcome home, karibu nyumbani. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and comment on our videos. Turn on the notification bell so that the next time we are uploading a video, YouTube will automatically notify you. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for your support. Thank you for tuning in. Kindly remember to like, share, and comment on our videos. Tell us on the next theme that you want us actually to address. Now, 3-4 days ago, President Ruto met with Faki Moussa, the current AU chairperson, at Kilgoris. And according to President Ruto, they met to discuss two things. Number one, AU reforms. Number two, he alluded something to do with the current AUC chairmanship, where one of the candidates is a Kenyan, the Prime Minister Raila Odinga. Now, from where I stand, and I've said this already, this meeting was not just a normal meeting, especially at this particular time when by February we are supposed to know the fate of Baba in AUC. Is he going to win the seat or not? Now, from where actually I understand, number one, this meeting is very significant because one, Faki Moussa is the current AU chairperson, and he defeated a Kenyan, Amina Muhammad, in 2017 to win that race, to win that position. The fact that he had defeated a Kenyan then, he understands what he did differently, that he was able to win against his opponents. So he's coming here, number one, it has to do with tell us actually what you did differently that we did not do, so that our own can actually do what you did to win this particular position. And you know very well that actually when he raced against Amina Muhammad, people were very, very sure that actually Amina Muhammad is likely to win this thing. But this guy from Chadi surprised everybody and he won. So he understands the dynamics. Number two, being the current chairperson at the AUC, he knows what is happening. He knows actually which countries want to vote for who. He understands what every country stands for actually. And he knows which country is likely to vote for Baba and which country is not likely to vote for Baba. So if he comes and gives us this information, remember the AU chairmanship position, it is the country that campaigns for its candidates. So Ruto has every right to know all the secrets so that he can be able to campaign for one of our own. You understand? So Ruto needs to know which country is likely to vote for Kenya and which country is likely not to vote for Kenya, and what can be done actually to change the voting patterns of that particular country so that they can be able to vote in favor of Raila Amolo Odinga. So you see from where actually we stand, the fact that Faki Moussa is the current chairperson at AUC is very, very important in terms of giving President Ruto the updates of what is happening so that he can be able to re-strategize his campaign for Raila Amolo Odinga to win that particular position. But at the same time, it is also not a coincidence that Moussa Faki met with Ruto at Kilgoris. You know, it could be also a message that actually they are trying to strengthen Baba's candidature at the AUC, and maybe actually the fate of Baba at AUC already is predetermined. It's maybe a communication to the two opponents that this is the direction actually this position is going. Of course, I anticipate like in a few days to come, maybe the countries that are in the race are likely to write to AU complaining why the current chairperson was in Kenya when actually Kenya is a candidate. Maybe they will, we will wait and see. Maybe they will write, maybe they will not write. But from where I stand, Faki is actually sending a message that this position is for Raila Amolo Odinga. You understand? And I saw people asking that where are those other countries, are they actually campaigning? We only see our own President Ruto, you know, campaigning, going to South Sudan, going to every country telling them actually to vote for Baba. Are these others campaigning? I don't understand. I don't know. But what I just know is President Ruto does not lay a hand on anything and loses. He's never lost. And if Baba loses at AU, then Ruto has not put in much effort. And it is Ruto who just want him not to win. Because one thing I know is that President Ruto never starts something and stops along the way. I think his Trump for 2022 should have shown us something. His victory in 2022 should have shown us something. And as you can see, President Ruto is doing everything possible to make sure that Baba wins. And even by having Faki in the country, there's a very big probability it is Ruto who invited him. And he told him, you know what? Baba has to win this race. Do whatever you can in your capacity. Tell me what I need to do. Name whatever you want to do, but tell me what we need to do so that Baba can win this particular position. So that is where those are two reasons I feel why actually Faki had to meet Ruto. And probably maybe they have met even with Raila and his team, you know. Maybe they have briefed Raila of what is happening and what he needs to do as even it was about campaigning. But one could wonder, why is Ruto actually so much determined to have Baba win at the AU? The win of Baba at the AU is a reassurance of President Ruto re-election in 2027. Because the moment we get Baba out of the Kenyan politics, then the road would be somehow clearer for President Ruto as far as winning 2027 elections are concerned. So even when it's not about patriotism, you know, when it's not about the country's pride, also personal interest are at play here. Are at play, honestly. Ruto must ensure that Baba wins AUC so that he can be able actually to clear his path towards his re-election in 2027. You understand? So that's one reason I also feel why Ruto wants actually Baba to win this seat. To an extent that he's having a meeting with Faki, the 2027 re-election for Ruto is a very, very big prize. And he has to do everything possible within his means to make sure that actually he has won it. And number two, I also feel like by having Faki in the country and also roping for Baba to win, Ruto is actually trying to elevate his profile and that of Kenya in Africa and in the world. And I want to say this. You know, when Ruto started, entered as a president, he was seen as this Pan-Africanist who was lecturing the Western countries on how they should not treat Africa APCD. You understand? He started at very focal, and I think to some extent, some presidents from other countries didn't like the way he was rising, etc. Then all of a sudden, he was so much close to Biden, and he was even invited at the White House. And then Biden has lost, Trump has come in, you understand? So Ruto, like his relationship with Biden actually, and what happened during the chain, see the mandamano, the havoc, parliament almost being torched, all those things, reduced his actually profile, and like it made him look like he's preaching what he doesn't practice back at home. And therefore that is why he has to do everything possible to raise Baba to the position of AU chairperson so that Kenya can start regaining its role back, and also his influence and this impact in Africa can actually be felt. So those are my opinions, and as far as I'm concerned, Baba is going to win the AU seat. If this is how the direction of politics and negotiations are going, I'm meant to understand that Papa's position, chances of winning the AUC chairmanship are very, very high. Those are my opinions. What are your opinions? Let me get them in the comment section below. Kindly remember to subscribe, join the CSTV Pullet community through supers, membership, contributor, thank you. Your little contributions towards the channel will go a long way in helping me actually make this content. Thank you so much, and see you next time. Bye bye.